Okay, welcome to the tutorial. My name is Erison Akorede, and in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to build an awesome digital clock using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That means you must have known these languages before, because I'm not going back to that in this tutorial. At the end of the lesson, you'll be able to build something awesome like the one on your screen here, the one you are looking at on your screen, a working digital clock. Okay, now so let's move into the tutorial. Let's get started. By doing so, let's create a folder. Let's call it clock tutorial. Clock tutorial. Okay. So I'll open this folder with Visual Studio Code. Okay, and if you wish, you may open it with any desired code editor you wish to use, but in this tutorial I'm using Visual Studio Code. By doing so, I right click, then open with Visual Studio Code, and I select it. Okay, so I think it's here. Okay, so sorry. We'll be needing an HTML file, CSS, and JavaScript file. So let's do that. By doing that, you can just say index.html, then CSS file, so style.css, and a JavaScript file, so index.js. We'll be using an external CSS and JavaScript file. That means we need to link it from our index.html. So to do that, let's get that one done. Let's change the title to, because we are working on clock. Okay, let's change it to awesome clock. Awesome clock. Then let's link our CSS file. I told you we are using an external CSS file. So I'm doing so. Okay. So also we'll be using our external JS file by linking that to. It's advisable to link your JS file before the closing tag of the body. So using the script tag also. So index.js. Okay. What we need to do now is let's create the clock container. The clock container. Okay, by doing so, I can just name it div. Let's call it clock container. Clock container. Okay. Then we style it into index.js or style.css. Okay. Dot clock container. Let's set the width to like 350 pixel, and height also to 350 pixels. In this tutorial, I'll be using a live server reloader, so that it will make our work easier and faster. Okay, to do that, you can just over your HTML file, then you right click, then you see open with live server. Okay, so that's it. You can see. So the usefulness of the live server reloader is anytime I refresh or anytime I save on my Visual Studio Code, it refreshes the browser automatically. So no need of refreshing. So it will make our work faster. Okay, so let's go back to our style.css file, and I think it has a purple border here. So let's do that by just saying I'm set the border to like 4 px, and solid is a purple background. Okay, this is it here. So is it here. So need a circle, then that's when we need the border radius. Using the border radius to 50%. 50%. Okay, so okay, let's work on the body animation. It changes its color, I think every 1 seconds or 2 seconds. Okay, by doing so, let's go back to the body, using the body tag. Okay, then set the background animation name to animation to clock animation. Then the animation duration to um hmm, nope. The iteration count is infinite. Set it to infinite. Okay, the animation duration, let's set it to like 6 seconds. 6 seconds. Okay, so let's work on that. Let's set the width to um 100 viewport width, and we set the height to 100 viewport height. 100 viewport height also. Okay, let's see. Let's go back. Um, okay. Okay, so let's set the default body background to uh hash 35 AFB, hash 35 AFB. Okay, so the clock container, let's give it a background of white, background color of white. Okay, so we need the clock container, we need it in center. To do that, we need it vertically center and horizontal center. So to do that, you can just set uh, the body display to flex. Then you justify content to center, and the align items also to center also. Okay, so the clock container, the border, let's increase it to 6, because to make it more bold and big. Okay. So now what we need to do now is let's create the clock number, and the 12 to number 1 to number 12 here. To do that, we need to go back to our index.html file. Then we say clock number clock number clock number number 1. Okay, so 1. So we are going to 12, because a clock has a 12 digits. So let's copy and duplicate, so to make our work faster. So we change this to 2. So we are going to number 12. We change this to 3. Then we change this to 4. Change this to 4. sorry. Okay, so we change this to 4. Going to number 12. Then we change this to 5. Change this to 5. Don't forget we are going to number 12. Change this to 6. Change this to 6. Then we change this to 7. Change this to 7. Okay, we are moving closer to 12. And this to 8. Then this to 9. And this to 10. Then 11, then 12. Then 11. So the last but not the least, number 12. So you can just set it to so we set the last digit to, you can just add to here. Then you add to here. So let's save and see. Let's see what we have been doing since. Okay. Oh, so this is it here. Okay, so well, we need it. We need to rotate it and to make it circle. So let's tie the clock number. So by doing so, we navigate to our style.css. Then we say clock number. So first thing we need to do is let's set the position to absolute. Let's set the position to absolute. No, we need absolute. Okay. So the width to 100% and the height also to 100%. Let's say the text align to center. Text align to center. Okay, the clock container, let's set it to position. Let's set the position to relative. A circumference of a circle is said to be 360. That means if I say so that means if I say 360 divided by 12, because we have the 12 digits. So it gives 30. It gives 30. If I say that 30 times 12, 30 times 12, 30 times 12, it gives 360. That means to make a circle, we need to rotate the diff 30 degree. The diff increases with that 30 degree to each other to make a circle. So let's do that. Let's move on by doing so. So we can just say the clock number number one to I told you that's 30 degree. Transform and translate. No, we need to rotate. We need to rotate it 30 degree. So so that's it there. So it's somehow bent. So let's straight it. By doing so, you can just say the number 1. So we're gonna need the clock number here. Okay. So the number, can just say number 1 div, as in the child to this div is the child to plus number 1. So we need a negative sign here. So to do so, we can just copy and paste. Then we change it to 1. Okay. So we are doing the same thing to this one too. So we are going to number 12, but each div increases 30 degree. So let's move to number 2. So we change this to 2. So we change this to 2. This 30 increase with we are going to increase it with 30 degrees. So that means 30 plus 30 gives 60. Okay. So number 3. Let's move to number 3 also. We're going to number 12. Okay. So we change this to 3. Then 60 plus 30 it gives 90 degree. So we change this to also to 90. So let's 3. Sorry. We are going to number 12. So we copy it also. So we change this to 4. We change this to 4. That's 90 plus 30. It gives 120. So we change this to 120. It's 120 degree. It's 120 degree. Okay. So and the number 5. I'm going to 12, and so we change this to 5. Change this to 5. Okay. 120 plus 30 also it gives 150. Yes, 150. So we change this to 5. To 5. Change this to 5 to 150. Okay, so number 6. Number 6 also. So we change the 4 to 6. We are going to number 12. So we change it to 6. And 150 plus 30 it gives 180. So to do that we change this to 180. So we are going to number 12. Let's keep on moving on, and we change this 4 to 7. 6 plus 1, 6 plus 1, then 180 here plus plus 30 also. So it gives 210. It gives 210 degrees. So okay. So number 8. So number 8. Change this to 8. Change this to 8, and then 210 plus 30 gives 240. It gives 240. So we move. Let's keep on moving on. So to number 9. And number 9. So change this to 9, and 240 plus 30. That gives 270. That gives 270. So to number 10. 270 plus so no, let's change this one first. That should be 10. If I'm right, yeah, that should be 10. So 270 plus 30 degree plus 30. So it gives 300. It gives 300. So number 11. So number 11. We are moving on to number 12. Okay, so we change this to 11, and then 300 plus 30, that gives 300. If I'm right, it gives 300. Yes, it gives 300. So we change that to 3. Oh, 300 plus 30 it gives 330. I'm sorry, it gives 330. Okay, so so okay, the number 12, let's move to the last one to make it 360. That makes we change this to 12, and I change this to 12 also. Okay, that means 330 plus 30, that gives 360. So it gives 360. Okay, now let's pad it. There's a padding between the clock container to give space there. So by doing so, you can just say the clock number. So using the CSS selector, select the divs, the child. So I can just say padding to, or let's say the padding to like 10 px. So let's save and see. Okay, so let's increase it like 12 px. Oh, okay, so now let's create this pointer here, like the one with purple background. So to do that, you can just say the clock container we use the after. Okay, so we send the content to none, to nothing. So we position it, let's say position to absolute. Then so uh, let's say the width to 15 px, and the height also to 15 px. Okay, so let's say the back, it's a purple background, so we set the background to purple. Okay, this is it, but we need it vertically center and horizontally center. So to do that, we can just use the left, so left party, and 50%, and we set the top also to 50%. It's not actually in center, so what we need to do is use the transform, then translate minus 50%, minus 50%. Okay. Oh, so now it's now in center. So it's a rounded circle, is a round element. So we need to set the border radius to, so the border radius to so setting the border radius to 50% to make it round. Border radius to 50%. Okay, so let's make the font size audible. So by doing that, I just set the font size to like 20 px and 20 px, and let's set the font family to cursive. Okay. Oh, so nice one. So now let's create the clock number, the second and the one reading here, and the minute and the hour hand. So to do that, we need to go back to our index.html file, and so we say clock, and so clock, and then we say the second, and so the second, and so the minute, and so we set this to minutes. Sorry, set the second to minutes, and so let's say the hour hand. So we change the second hand to hour. So so okay. So let's start. So by styling that, we navigate back to our index dot to our, sorry, navigate back to our style.css. By doing that, you can just say the clock and the clock and then you can just say the width to 100% and the width to 100% and set the height also to 100% and we set the position to set to absolute. Okay, so we set the position to absolute. Then we say the clock and using the CSS selector to select the child. So we can just say left set to 50% and the bottom set the bottom to 50% also. Then set the transform, say translate x, so minus 50%. Okay, so the clock, okay, you can just say let's bring out let's now give the second hand color and other stuff. So you can just say the second and so you can just say the width. Let's say the height. Let's say the height to like 32%. Let's say then we say the width. Let's say the width to like 1 px. So I think the second background is purple. So we set the background to purple. Okay, so this is it here. So what we need to do now is to set the left to 50%. Sorry, we need to set the position to absolute. Sorry, so we need to set the position also to set the position also to absolute. Okay, so let's there's a pointer here like a tooltip here. So let's do that. To do that, can just say to do that can just say second and after. Okay, so let's use the after also. So second and after. So let's by doing that, set the position to absolute. The position to absolute and the content to none. Set the content to none. Content to none and okay. So the border style to solid, then the border width to like 6px. Okay, so we need a triangle here, so can just set the border color to transparent purple and then transparent. Okay, okay, so the width is too much. Let's set it to like 4px. Okay, so now we need it in the center. So to do that, we can just say set the left to 50% and use the transform. Okay, so the translate x to minus 50%. Okay, so let's save and see. Okay, I think it's now in center, but let's position it very well. So can just say the top. Let's set the top to like minus 6%. Okay, so I think it's good like that now. So let's style the minute hand. So by doing so can say the minute hand, then I can just set the height to let's set the height to to like 30%, and sorry, height to 30%, height to 30%. Set the width. Let's set the width to like 4px. The second hand is a black background, so we need a black background. So we can just set to background. You can just say background, then we set it to black. So let's save and see. Okay, this is it. Okay, so the div is curve. Yeah, so by doing so, can just say so can just set the border radius to like 12px. Border radius to like border radius to like 12px. Okay, so let's start the hour and so styling the hour and so the hour and so by styling the hour and so the hour hand is little bit bigger than the second and the minute, and so by doing so we can let's set the height to like 20%, like 20%, and let's say the width to like 8px, and the background also to black. The background also to black. So our hand is an error here. So okay. So now I think let's deal with the body animation before we move to the JavaScript part. So the animation is a CSS, it's not JavaScript animation, it's CSS animation. So by doing that, we have already named our animation. What you need to do now is just to style it. So we're using at keyframes. So at keyframes. So at keyframes, what's our animation name? So animation name, clock animation. So clock animation. So we say the let's say the 100% to okay. I said the 100% to background. I said 100% to background. I said background to yellow. Okay, there's a yellow there, I think so. So then we say the 0% to okay. I said the 0% to the default background there. So let's remove this one. So let's move this one. So set the default to #5 AFB. That's the 0% when the animation has not started. So so at the 0%, background to #3E5 AFB. So so we said the 50% when the animation has got to the middle. So let's set the background to so let's set the background to #3E5. So #3E5. Okay, so we are done with the animation. I think it's working perfectly. Okay, so let's move to JavaScript part. So let's move to the JavaScript part to make it a working clock like this one. So um, to make it interactive. So by doing so, okay. So let's go back to. Okay. Let's check. Maybe we link our JS file appropriately. So by doing so, you can just say alert. Can just alert hello world. So let's check. Let's save. Okay, it is working. That means we link it appropriately. So let's get the work done. So let's go back to our index.html file, and let's make the clock, and let's make the clock and the second, and let's set an ID. Uh, let's set it to sec, and so the minute and to let's set an ID min, and the hour, and let's set an ID also to so going back to our index.html file, sorry, going back to our index.js file. Okay, so let's get the ID. So we'll be storing it in a variable. So let's say let's second sorry, let's second and equals document dot query selector document dot query selector. So the second and to sec. Okay, so let let's get the minute and equals document dot query selector. Okay, so I get the minute and the minute and. Okay, so let's get the hour and let's get the hour and. So hour and equals so document dot query selector document dot query selector. So set that to R. Okay, so we will be using the set interval here, because we need an infinite action, so that the clock is an infinite action, so we need it here. So by doing so, we can just say set interval. I just set the interval to okay. Sorry, set the interval to okay. So we set the interval to let's name our interval clock rotating. So so we give it 1 seconds. Okay, 1000 milliseconds. So let's call our function. So by doing that, you can just say let's call it function clock rotating. Function clock rotating. So okay. So let's get the current date. Date equals new date. So new date. So okay. Let's get the current the current minute, the current second, and the current hour. So var get seconds equals date dot get seconds. Okay, so let's also get the current minutes. So by doing that, I can just say var get minutes so date dot get minutes. Okay, so let's get the current hour also. So by doing so, also you can just say var get hours equals date dot get hours. Okay, so let's see, maybe it's working before we move further. So let's just say, we can just say console.log. Let's confirm console.log. Let's confirm maybe it's working before we move further. Get seconds. Okay, so let's so to Z into V into V into V. So get minutes, and okay, this also to get hours. Okay, so let's see, maybe it's working. Can just go back to our browser, then we inspect, see maybe it's working, or it's not working. So let's see. We move to console.log. Okay, I think it's working. This is the seconds reading. This is the seconds reading. This is seconds reading. This is the minute, and this is the hour. So this is the hour here. So I think it's working. It's working appropriately. So so we can move on now. Okay, so we divide this by 60. Okay, so we divide this by also by 60. So 60 seconds. So we divide this by 12. Okay, so we divide this by 12. Okay, so move on by saying okay, move on by saying second and dot style dot style dot transform equals, okay, so rotate, okay, rotate plus get seconds times 360 plus okay, plus degree. So it cannot be like that. Let's save and see. Oh, okay. I think the seconds is now working. So let's do it for the minute, and also and the hour. And so to do that, let's copy and paste. Then we change this to minutes. We change this to minutes. Then we change this also to to get minutes. Sorry, get minutes. Okay, so this gonna be minute and sorry, I'm sorry for that. Minute and so let's save and see. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think the minute and also to the minute is working. So let's work on the hour and so to do that, so we can just paste again. Then we change this to not second, and so we change this to hour, and so we change this to hour. So the style dot this will be not get seconds. This will be get hours. So we change this to get hours. So let's save and see. So yeah, so I think it's working perfectly now. I think it's working perfectly. So what we need to do now is let's create. Okay, so let's create the current day here and the seconds reading. But before we do that, let's create the clock uh pointer pointing to the clock number here. To do that, we need to style the clock number using the pseudo selectors. So we need to style the clock number using the CSS pseudo selector. So clock number. So styling the clock number. Then we use the after. Then so we need to set the content to none. Set the content to none, and set the position to absolute, and let's set um the height. Let's set the height to 13 px, and the width to 3 px. I think it has a black background, so we set the background to black background. Set the background to black. Okay, so let's save and see. So set the width to 3 px. Okay, so I think this is the pointer here. So it's pointing to the clock number. So let's set it up to like 13%. Okay, I think it's looking good like this. It's awesome. So let's get back creating the current day that we are, and the seconds reading. To do that, we need to go back to our index.html file, and so let's create a div. Let's call it um, current day. So the current day is the day that we are. So, and the current seconds. So we create another div. We call it current seconds. Current seconds. Okay. So we use JavaScript to get the current day and the current seconds. To do that, we need to go back to our our index.js file. So go back to our index.js file. So let's get the element using the document.query selector. Document.query selector. So we want to get the current day that we are. So I think we name the class current day. So dot inner HTML. When I said inner HTML, dot inner HTML equals so we want to get the current day. So we say date. So we have stored the new date to a variable called date. So we call the date here date dot to local date to local date string. So let's save and see. Oh, okay. I think this is it. So we are not using the local date string. Uh, we are using to date string, not local date string. Sorry for that. To date string. So let's save and see. Okay, so now let's style the current day. By doing so, I need to go back to our style.css file. Then we say current day. So let's set the position to absolute. Position to absolute. So let's save and see. Let's save and see. Okay. So let's set the font size to to 12 px, and font weight to bold, and sorry, font weight, not don't weight, font weight to bold, and so we need it in center. So by doing so, we use the left 50%, and the transform translate x transform translate x minus 50%. So let's refresh. Okay, so this is here. So uh transform translate x. This one should be in bracket, sorry. So let's save. Okay, so let's set it up to 25%. Okay, so this is it here. So now let's create the seconds reading. By doing so, we need to go back to our index.html file, and we said let's copy this. Then we change it to current seconds. So let's set the current seconds with JavaScript. So let's copy this also. So let's paste. So we change this one to seconds. We change this to seconds, and with the inner HTML, that should be date dot get seconds. So let's save and see. Okay, this is it here. So let's style it. By styling, we need to go back to our style.css. Then we change. Let's copy this also. Then we paste. Then we change this to seconds. Then we change this to bottom instead of top, to bottom. So let's save and see. Sorry, seconds. This should be here. Okay, this is it here. So I think it has a purple background. So let's set the background to purple, and the change. Let's change the color to white, hash FFF. Okay, so let's pad it. Let's say padding. Let's give it like 7 px. It's too much. Let's change it to like 4 px. Oh, I think it's okay like this. Let's see. Okay, I think it's okay like this. So we are done with the tutorial. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to we have finished creating an awesome digital clock using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Thanks for watching. See you in my next tutorial. My name is Edison Akorede. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye.